Oh, 6 on the dot here in
Ooh,
the U.S.
all right. Hey, we're getting pretty
Ah,
good at this.
yeah, for now.
Right. We'll take this one step forward and like five steps back.
Well, going live at 6:02 doesn't quite sound roll off the tongue quite live at 6.
It doesn't sound as punctual as six on the dot, I will admit.
No, no. Black Sabbath.
Oh,
that
you
was
mean the
that.
band containing the Prince of Darkness?
Well, that I mean, I feel like that's all we have to say is Black Sabbath, and there's the history of heavy metal, guys.
If you know, you know.
We are enraging Paul right now. I'm sure. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Right on.
A lot of
Got the boys in the
grindcore.
comments. Love you, fellas. Good to
Yeah,
see
we're
you again.
gonna we're gonna ride the comments for a few minutes while we wait for everyone to kind of settle in.
Yeah. Anybody who's here, thank you for joining the baddest men to ever do it.
Where are they at? Oh, us.
Oh,
Okay. I,
yeah. No, I wasn't
I
talking about
thought
us.
I thought we
When I
had
when I said
unexpected
I said the
guests,
baddest men, I meant it. I meant it. The baddest, as
and
in the
not
worst.
and not the way the kids say it.
Right? I'm not talking Michael Jackson bad. I'm talking about like just not good.
Oh well, if we're gonna talk some Michael Jackson, we're definitely getting to the history of metal soon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Save
yeah,
it for the timeline.
yeah,
All
yeah. We'll
right.
get there. We'll get there. No, we will
Everybody knows
not.
Michael. If Michael Jackson was, I think everybody knew him as the king of metal. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that was his handle.
that or the Prince of Darkness. I can't remember what his exact nickname was, but
Oh, there's jokes to be made, but I won't
uh,
pluck such low hanging fruit.
oh, this
Not on
episode's
the
gonna be
internet.
a thriller.
They're already bad.
It's already bad. We should just beat it.
We can't because we're smooth criminals. We
Oh, there
steal
we
your
go.
time, your brain cells, your wits.
Your knowledge of history.
You live here, and you know where I sleep, and I'm fine with that. It's fine. Okay?
Well, someone needs to take a long, hard look at the man in the mirror. Another Michael Jackson reference there for you.
Right.
Not a
Not
good
that it
one.
matters, but it's pretty black and white.
I was trying to figure out how to work that one in.
Yeah, hey, yeah. I didn't do a good job, but
No, that's better than I could have come up with.
we already got the bangers out of the way. The ones that are like easy to work with.
Yeah, Billie Jean. I can't do anything else with that one, so we're just gonna throw it there. Oh, could make a joke about the ABCs or whatever, his old stuff. Oh God, that was a
Yeah.
thriller.
Oh, Curtis, it was good to see you back on the Z, brother.
Yeah,
I
good
didn't
to
even
see you
notice
on
you were
the
on there
on
at
the
first.
DayZ.
Think you're bad, don't you? I don't think it, sir. I have statistical evidence that proves I am in fact bad in the sense of not good. There's about a year and some change chronicling of the descent into madness
I don't know
or
what you're talking
something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't fucking know. How long's this show been on?
about. Oh, we passed our year anniversary.
Yeah, we did.
We
We
did
did.
nothing. We got each other nothing for our anniversary, as per
Nah,
guys would do.
yeah, we don't do that stuff.
No, we don't. We don't.
We don't do that.
And no.
Not only am I a man, but I'm Irish.
I don't know if you noticed, but I am 100% male.
I wish I was a better person.
I'm done with that one. Uh,
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
apologize.
I
I'll
can't.
go sit in the corner now.
No need. No need. This is our corner. This is our punishment.
Right. As we, as if this show had any other dubbing, it'd be the corner you sit in of the internet.
Yeah.
When you need to think about what you've done, when you need to really reflect on life choices, and you're like, hey, how the hell did I wind up in this little pocket? The
Well,
algorithm blessed you. That's why. Or someone sent you a link.
yeah. Either way, not good behavior.
Bad.
But you get that. You get that
Got
out
it.
of these big jobs, on these big jobs. Let's see. Let's jump on in here if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, you'd think with heavy metal we're probably going to talk about Black Sabbath, which we will.
Right. That'd be the
That'd be a good
logical
jumping off.
starting point.
Yeah, that's the logical spot.
It's
But
obvious.
the obvious jumping. I'm waiting for Paul to kick your door open.
I've got $10 riding on this. Come on now.
But before, we had Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, Manowar, Death, Dio, Iron Slayer, X's. I've read off everything because he said if you don't give some credit to these guys, so I just read off all of those. That was a comment from earlier.
Compared to Black Sabbath.
I've
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Not bad for a mid-carder is what I'll say.
Yeah, and I've seen Maiden twice, so I'm probably a little biased on Maiden, to be honest. But we'll get to Maiden. We'll get to Maiden. We're going to start with the original OG of metal, though. Ludwig van Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Beethoven. Beethoven.
Ludwig Beethoven.
Oh, and we can stop the show now.
Oh, okay. It's a cute, adorable bit. When you mispronounce,
we're not gonna get better than that. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
We're ending on a high note, which we never do.
I apologize for lashing out like that.
We wait till we hit the lowest point, and then we just drive it home until there's no one left, and then we end the show.
Like, oh, thank God, we could turn the cameras off.
Right. Beethoven's compositions utilize dark minor keys, aggressive rhythm motifs, and sudden volume shifts. So he liked to play around with what would have been considered extreme in his day. He was the Cannibal Corpse of the the 17th century.
Yeah, I wonder if people said the same thing about his compositions that they say about like modern metal. You can't even fucking understand this shit. It's just a bunch of nothing. It's just unintelligible nonsense is what it is.
There's no emotion in it. None. No emotion.
No one actually feels that way.
Robotic.
It doesn't resonate.
It's robotic.
Robotic.
It's just playing a bunch of notes.
Well, no rhyme or reason. He is just
No rhyme or reason.
a bunch of fuddy-duddy.
Did you hear that? He went back to the minor third. Why would you do that? But yeah, Beethoven, he had a lot of techniques that are still relied on by metal bands. So we'll get there. But another huge influence of the time was Richard Wagner. He wrote gigantic orchestras about gods, warriors, apocalyptical events, mythological battles, which honestly sounds suspiciously like a power metal album, if I'm going to be honest. He was essentially the Manowar of his time. Like, the posters I found of him, like, from the 17th century, he's just shredded. And
He's wearing leather.
wearing lots of leather, shredded, a
Hasn't
motorcycle for some reason. It hadn't even been invented yet, but he's riding one.
He was ahead of his time.
Lots of naked, conventionally attractive women surrounding him. The typical rock star of the 1800s.
Oh shit!
As he was. But if he did have access to distortion pedals and guitars back in those days, there's pretty much a non-zero chance he would have started a Viking metal band. So I don't know. I listened to some of his stuff, and it does sound very almost doom metal-y. Like, I could hear it.
Yeah. Am I thinking of Mozart or Beethoven when I think of is it the Moonlight Sonata?
I think that's Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Beethoven?
Johann Sebastian Bach.
Said the Moonlight Sonata, right?
Yeah.
Sonata. I think that was Beethoven. Yeah. It was Beethoven.
Beethoven, sir. God damn it.
Beethoven. Beethoven. Back to Michael Jackson. If you missed the first part of the show, you didn't miss much, but that.
Hey, you're welcome.
Well,
Consider yourself lucky.
metal didn't directly evolve from classical music, though, as you could probably guess, because huge gap there, couple hundred years, but it did come directly from the blues. And I know that sounds preposterous on the surface. Us uncultured, you uncultured swine. I see.
That's
Paul
why I'm
coming.
known as pork chop.
The blues introduced three crucial elements to metal: the guitar riff structure, improvisation, and emotional intensity. You had musicians like Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolves. They started using amplified guitars, electric guitars, of the day in the 40s and 50s. And so amplification meant musicians could push their amps harder. They could, the electric amps meant they could push it harder. They could cause distortion because the amps weren't. If you ever tried to max out your amp, like if you ever had a cheap practice amp and just maxed out the volume,
Yeah.
it sounds distorted as hell. That's basically what they were doing in a way. They also fuck around with and damaged. When was this? Hold on. In 1951. I don't know why I didn't write down the person who this happened to, but a damaged amplifier accidentally created a fuzzy tone, and that's what we got a little bit more of the
He said it.
the guitar fuzziness. Yeah, I
He
said
said it again.
Why didn't I write down the first?
Also, hello, Rob and Roadhouse. Don't
Yeah,
think I'm ignoring you. I'm just waiting for a good point to interject. Glad
Yeah,
to
go
see
ahead
you
and
all.
say hi to everybody. See who's
I'll
who
say
is
what
it?
I always say at the trader. Hi, Roadhouse.
as per usual. Oh, there it was. Okay. I knew it was Rocket something, but I couldn't remember what it was. It was Rocket 88. It was recorded in 1951 by Jackie Brinston and a piece of shit named Ike Turner. We all know Ike Turner.
Lazy. Mike or nothing.
But this it was accidental. They damaged it. Whatever. The amp fell from the guitar player's car, and it caused the speaker cone to distort the sound. And they just decided to use it, and so it was later emulated by other artists, and that's kind of what laid the groundwork for creating an intentional distorted sound.
Like, dude, throw that shit on the ground. It's gonna sound awesome.
What's a riff? Gene asks in the comments. Gene was the guy who taught me everything I know about guitar, which means he knows way more than I do because I retained very little.
You don't need to retain stuff when you look this good.
Hold
Am
on.
I right or am I right?
I wanted to find the actual definition of riff just to be an asshole, and it's a short, repeated phrase in popular music and jazz, typically used as an introduction or refrain in a song.
Wow.
The more you know, the more you know.
Knowing's half the battle.
Paul points out that throwing your amp onto the ground is pretty metal, so there's that. That's true.
I would be inclined to agree with him. I mean,
Yeah. I
you're
agree.
going against the establishment. Fuck their whatever intended settings or sound that thing had. No, you throw that motherfucker on the ground. It's going to sound 10 times better.
I threw it on the ground. That amp wasn't a part of my system.
I'm not going to be a part of your system.
I'm an adult. We lost like everyone who's watching, probably. What
You
was
guys
that?
remember the simplicity of the 2010s? I sure do.
I completely forgot what I was searching for because of all that. Oh yeah, we're gonna go into some of the dark side of metal.
Dark side?
Yeah, and by that we're gonna have to go into the dark side of the blues, because, well, not directly. The first type of music that, well, I don't know. Maybe classical music had the problem too of Curtis in the comments. That's not my dad. That's a cell
One
phone.
cultured man.
So I didn't even think to research this, but maybe there's a possibility that we were talking earlier about how did the contemporary people of the day react to classical music. You know,
My
acting,
ears.
yeah, acting like it was far too heavy.
This is devil's music, I say.
See, that's where I was going to. Actually, that's a good. I don't know if there was any of that, but the first time I could find where there was really like modern music's in or like dark imagery may have started to come from may have been the blues. With Robert Johnson, American blues musician, being there's a legend that he traded his soul to the devil to gain guitar knowledge.
Spooky.
And it could have happened. I don't know. I wasn't there. You know, let's see. I am
Well, we
so
got two
disorganized
culture
today.
men. We got two culture men. Gene, good job. That wasn't
Lonely
back
Island.
on there.
I think
Who would have
Gene
ever-
was also the first person to show me Lonely Island. So
Right, just when you thought Andy Samberg couldn't act, it turns out he can't really do music either.
just when you thought he couldn't do one thing, it turns out he doesn't have any talent.
He's actually bad at all that shit. No, I like him all right. He's pretty good.
It's funny sometimes. Let's see. So the legend of Johnson making the deal with the devil at the crossroads kind of mirrors the legend of Faust. But according to the story, as a young man living on a plantation in rural Mississippi, Johnson had a tremendous desire to become a great blues musician. And one of the legends often says that he was instructed to take his guitar to the crossroad near Dockery Plantation at midnight. There's also claims to like a million other places being, the crossroads where he met with the devil. But anyway, there he was met by a large being, the devil, who took the guitar and tuned it. And then it turns out that's all he needed. That's not true. The devil played a few songs. The devil played a few songs and then returned the guitar to Johnson, giving him mastery of the instrument. And in the exchange for his soul, he was able to create the blues for which he became famous. This story was actually originally about a Delta blues musician named Tommy Johnson, who's not related. And he grew up near Dockery Plantation and learned to play the blues from Charlie Patton and Willie Brown's first claim, but he also claimed to have sold his soul to the devil. So the legend that Robert Johnson is known for may not even actually be his legend. Which is kind of crazy.
That is pretty crazy. If true, very crazy.
What's a Johnson? What's the... no, we're not going to talk about what a Johnson is.
Oh, come on. They've got questions. It's our fucking...
Do we have any other questions that aren't about Johnsons?
Oh, okay.
Paul says the movie, yeah. Sorry, Robiden says they made a film about the
Rob
blues guy called Crossroads with Steve Vai and Ralph Macchio.
Oh, come on. You know the karate
I
kid.
did know. I've only actually seen the guitar battle in that movie. I haven't actually watched the whole movie.
Yeah, I
it's
think
great.
I've seen it in a reel. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Tenacious D also sold their soul. That's
Let's
true.
go. The shiny demon
In the middle of the road.
the road. And he said,
The fact that the song that they do is not the song that they played for the devil, it's a tribute to it. It's just
peculiar thing is,
so
the
dumb.
song we played that fateful night didn't actually sound anything like this song. Brilliant.
Yeah, long story short, as far as Robert Johnson, then we'll move on. No reliable witnesses have come up and said, "Hey, he actually met with the devil. I saw him," except for Robert Plant. Robert Plant claims he was there, but he wasn't because he wasn't even born yet, and I made that up.
Right, you knew that was a lie because he wasn't even there.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gene Simmons, but we pick on Gene Simmons all the time anyway. And what worse fate could be being Gene Simmons? So
Oh, he's got a good point, man. 20 minutes in, we ain't said nothing about death. Well, look, we started back at Beethoven and maybe got a little sidetracked.
Oh, excuse me for death not being involved with the blues. Hold on. I'm sure they're right next to Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf somewhere in there.
Yeah,
But we,
they
you know who I
pioneered
will
both,
mention?
I'll have you know.
I will mention Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Johnson sold his soul to King Diamond. Actually, that makes sense. King Diamond
I'd
is
buy it.
timeless. So anyway, back to
I heard that.
what happened. I did not hear it.
Triggered.
Triggered.
All right, $10. Pay up, everybody.
Oh, I knew this was going to raise his blood pressure. What's
what we're
more?
here
That's a good point Gene just made. What's more metal than Jimmy Page buying Aleister Crowley's house? That's pretty fucking metal.
The answer might shock you.
And if you don't know who Aleister Crowley is, it's an Ozzy Osbourne song.
Huh.
No, he was a Satanist.
Completely fictionalized character made just for
Yeah,
a song.
completely made up by Ozzy. The Prince
I mean,
of
that's not-
Darkness. The Prince of Metal.
With the bobblehead to prove it, man.
Yeah. I can't wait to hear that yell from the living room. So yeah, that distorted guitar, 1951. I could hear him that time. Oh, Paul's losing his shit in the background.
Great. Now he's gonna fist us.
Oh no.
Thanks, Gene.
Face Fisted, great song by the way.
Oh, I love that song.
This we should have just recorded this whole time just us saying, "Oh, that was a great song," and just mentioning the songs and not actually
yeah, I
talking.
love that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh, it's a good one.
Master of Puppets, hell yeah.
Mid. No.
Bark at the Moon. Now that's metal.
Right. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about metal on this episode.
Man of War, more like Boys of War. All right, we're moving on.
All right.
Got to draw the line
Still,
there.
dude.
I like Man of War. God damn it. All right, so.
He's not only got a sword, but he's got a willingness to use it if you say the wrong words. All right.
I have been sitting on that one for a long time, just waiting for the right moment.
You're gonna
That
be
was
sitting on
great.
his fist there in a minute.
What? I didn't catch what he's saying. But oh.
Oh my god. He said he's fired up, and rightfully so. I mean, why would you make such horrible fucking comments?
Oh, because of that reaction. So it's really a
Right? Because I'm here
never
and you're
ending
there.
circle. Yeah. So yeah, back to the broken amplifier. That's
Oh yeah.
that's where we're at.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, musicians loved the fuzzy tone of it, of course. And
should.
apparently, the entire history of rock music is just musicians discovering broken equipment and going, "That sounds fucking sick."
It's
So
not as bad as everyone makes it sound. I
No,
can make
no,
something out of that.
yeah. So moving forward through the 1950s, we've also got another band that really decided to push distortion, and that was a band I've never heard of called Link Ray, and he was more of a he was a musician, not a band. It sounds like a band's name.
Yeah.
But his 1958 instrumental "Rumble" was one of the first songs documented that I could find that features aggressive power chords, distorted power chords. Some radio stations actually banned the song, and keep in mind this is an instrumental, okay? It's an instrumental. It was banned on some radio stations because they thought it sounded too violent.
Like, buddy, we got kids and families that listen to
Yeah.
this shit, okay?
So that's where metal found its marketing strategy: scaring parents.
And boy, did they.
So, and they did it with no lyrics.
That's the
If
craziest
those-
part to me.
if those people could read the lyric sheet for a Cannibal Corpse album,
Yeah.
I would love to see the reaction. Eaten Back to Life has some good stuff on it.
I gotta go to church, man. This shit is fucked up. What's wrong with you guys?
In the 60s, British musicians rediscovered the American blues and just cranked the volume way up, and they began experimenting with heavier riffs, louder amplification, and you had guys like Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, of course, Jimi Hendrix began pushing this guitar distortion, these new sounds, into completely new territory, especially Hendrix. His performances were chaotic, loud, and just groundbreaking, for lack of a better word.
I like some Jimi Hendrix. Oh, that's
You
a good one.
you could argue that Hendrix's style helped create the chaos that metal bands would later embrace. I feel like it's kind of a stretch, but you know.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe everything kind of together, the best parts of all that stuff, or maybe not the best parts, just the most like standout parts, most unique parts.
Notice it's been oddly silent, and Paul hasn't said anything since typing "corpse grinder" in the comments.
Yeah, I heard the Tahoe start up, man. I think he's coming here.
He does know where I live, unfortunately.
He knows your car. He knows your house.
I'm parked in a different spot. I'll be all right.
I locked the door.
Like he doesn't already know where I live. There's a, we got a dog that will do nothing. So there's a song that often comes up as the first heavy rock riff. Excuse me.
First heavy rock riff.
So to be the what some people will say was the first heavy metal song, which isn't true because the phrase heavy metal hadn't even been invented yet. That would be "You Really Got Me" by the Kinks. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, that song.
Okay.
That riff was played through a distorted amplifier speaker that had literally been slashed with a razor blade. So, yeah, they fucked up the amplifier to make this, give it a better distorted sound.
That's metal.
Let's see, what year was that? That was in... Don't know, didn't write that down. Shit. But in 68 is where we got the term heavy metal. That comes from a song.
All the way back then, huh?
Yeah, let's see if can you guess what song that was that first said heavy metal?
68.
Which, by the way, predates Black Sabbath.
Does it predate Quiet Riot too?
I want to say yes. I want to say no.
I want to say who. I want to say where.
Let me double check that. I don't want to be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
No, I have
yeah. Quiet Riot was 73, so yeah.
73. Okay, just shy.
They were originally known as Mach 1. I didn't know that. All right, so it was Steppenwolf.
Oh.
With the song Born to be Wild.
Really?
There's a line in that song, heavy metal thunder. That's what helped popularize the term. Like, that's what it came from. Steppenwolf.
Born to be wild.
Born to be mild.
No way. Heavy metal thunder.
So, moving on to the real first heavy metal band. I'm going to leave Paul alone. The band that is credited with being the fathers of heavy metal.
Okay, I have a question real quick about that Steppenwolf line. Could he be referring to like riding a motorcycle?
He is, I believe. But that part wasn't important. It was the fact that that's where the heavy metal, the phrase heavy metal came from. Yeah. It was. I think it was in reference to a motorcycle. I haven't read the lyrics to that song in a long time because I didn't like it.
Well, I was sitting here reading them, and it's like, he talks about being on a highway and shit.
Head out on the
Looking for
highway.
me. I like smoke and
Looking for
lightning,
a bed.
heavy metal thunder, racing with the wind and the feeling that I'm under.
But people just took that phrase heavy metal because metal's one thing, but what's heavier than rock? Heavy metal. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's where it
What is
came
metal
from.
made out of? Rocks. Melted rocks.
So, if Paul's right, if nothing else, Black Sabbath is basically the root of doom metal, which nobody really likes. But they did change some things. We'll get there. In Birmingham, England, it's an industrial or was an industrial factory city. Group of working class musicians created something darker and heavy. That was Black Sabbath, led by Tony Iommi and Ozzy fucking Osbourne. All right, even if you don't want to, if there's people out there that disagree, Black Sabbath was not the original metal. What we can say is that this is one of the most metal ways a heavier sound was created that I could find. When Tony Iommi lost the tips of two of his fingers in a factory accident, he was in a sheet metal factory. To make the guitar easier to play, just the tips, he took sewing thimbles, like plastic rubber thimbles, and melted them down to the shape of his fingers, so he was able to still have tips that wouldn't hurt when he was trying to play the guitar. He also lowered his
nubs.
he also lowered the tuning on his guitar to make it easier to play, and in turn, that lower tuning created a heavier sound along with that the riffage and all that stuff, or the distortion and stuff. And what they did, what they did start to incorporate was some stuff that wasn't really used in rock and roll at the time, with their song Black Sabbath, which was 1970. They introduced the that was the that's the first thing I was going to say, the tritone riff. That's it's called what is it? I don't want to get it wrong. The
metal chord. You can say
metal chord.
Hey, teaching the folks. I'm going to go take a piss.
Sure, go take a shit.
I'm going to step away mid-work.
Let's see.
You don't get to poop.
Gotta find it. I cannot find it. Do. It's sometimes called the devil's chord or the devil's interval. And I'm trying to remember why was it nicknamed that. Mainly because it sounds evil. A tritone in music theory is a musical interval spanning 3 whole tones. So, without getting into, because I'm so rusty with music theory and knowledge, I'm not gonna be able to explain it. But it's that creepy sound that you hear in the song Black Sabbath if you decide to listen to it. Yeah. So, Devil's Tritones was just the Devil's Chord was just a creepy sounding chord progression. They also introduced horror themes. I don't think there was much horror in music before that. Could be wrong, but I couldn't find anything. Also, their style of playing was very slow. There was a slow, crushing, almost crushing rhythm to it. And it's widely considered to be the first true metal song. Now, some people will debate that, and I would too. I hear boo.
Oops.
There you are.
We're meant to see those.
What did we see? Oh, did you show your balls again?
Maybe.
Oh, it happens.
I can't help it.
Get that on these big jobs.
I just love you guys so much.
We're not going to get into a lot of subgenres today because that could take all night. So, what I will do is gonna hold on. Let me make sure I
Labels
do this right.
are destructive and divisive anyway.
Just I was trying to think of something funny to say and I couldn't think of anything. Hold on. Let's see. All right, so we're not going to go into all of these, but I'm going to read you off. This is Wikipedia. We're going to go through what Wikipedia has as heavy metal genres, subgenres, you know?
Oh,
Or not even subgenres. Not even subgenres. There are subgenres to these genres.
Oh boy.
And yeah, and I may try reading some of these too.
Everybody wants to
All
be
right.
special little snowflakes.
We're going to go, because it's Wikipedia, alphabetical order. We're going to start with alternative metal, which also includes funk metal, nu metal, rap metal, avant-garde metal. You've got black metal, which has some fucked up derivatives, if you're aware. National Socialist black metal, red and anarchist black metal, symphonic black metal, Viking metal. Would Viking metal be death metal? Whatever. Post black metal. I don't know what that is. You've also got Christian metal, Christian death metal, unblack metal as they call it, which I've always hated that. You've got crust punk, which goes into blackened crust. You've got death metal. You've got blackened death metal, death and roll. I've never even heard of that one. Melodic death,
roll.
technical death, symphonic death. Got doom metal, death/doom metal, drone metal, funeral metal, sludge metal, stoner metal, extreme metal, folk metal, which gets into your Celtic and pirate and pagan metals. You've got glam metal. You've got gothic metal. You've got grind. You've got grindcore, which breaks down into deathcore, gore grind, death grind, gore grind, porno grind, electro grind. You've got industrial metal, which you can be classified as industrial death or industrial black. Kawaii metal, I don't know what that is. Latin metal, metalcore.
What is going on?
Which has melodic metalcore, deathcore, mathcore, electronicore.
Mathcore.
Oh yeah, mathcore. New metalcore. Progressive metalcore. You've got neoclassical metal. You've got post metal, power metal, progressive metal, which goes into the djent, and progressive metalcore, speed metal, symphonic metal, thrash metal, crossover thrash, groove metal, traditional heavy metal, which is just traditional heavy metal, and then you have Iron Maiden. Those are all the heavy metal genres.
Oh my God. I like what Paul said. Only two types of music, metal and not fucking metal. That's it. Yes,
Yeah, that's...
Johnny Cash is metal, by the way.
What about the 80s metal with the big hair bands wearing makeup looking like ugly women? Why? How on earth was that metal, Jeans asked. Well, that's
What do you mean, Gene?
it's a great question. What that is glam metal, and it's not real metal.
It's in the name, sir. Metal.
Wait, is it real? Because if it's here... sorry, it is real metal because it's on Wikipedia.
Sorry, Gene.
Not really. It's
Damn it.
That's the glam metal. Glam metal was more of the commercial metal, the hard rock commercial style metal. Why they wanted to look flamboyant, I guess, for lack of a better term, the spiked up, not the spiked, the teased hair, the makeup, the pants that are way too tight, like where you can't feel your feet. Why they did all that, I don't know, but I don't know. Someone go ask Poison or Rat, because they would probably know.
Because it's what got you laid.
Gene's got a good point here. In the 80s, the term glam metal did not exist. It didn't. That's something that's all these subgenres are modern inventions, by the way. Yeah, they're just called, back then it was just called metal, or yeah, that's I think glam metal was more of the commercial metal. Or commercial rock that sounded like metal. I don't know. It gets crazy, but there were some good 80s metal bands. Skid Row, Wasp were all right. What's that band? Manowar is pretty good.
All right.
I like all those bands to some degree.
Yeah. Monkey business.
The three. What do you say now?
The power metal.
Power metal.
Get it right.
I hate subgenres. Hate them.
See how damaging they are? Do you see what they're doing
Yeah,
to this relationship?
they are tearing us apart.
You see what labels do, folks? It just leads to We should, and I apologize.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, they're good bands. Even the glam metal. I mean, let me ask this: what is more metal than dressing like a, as Gene so elegantly put it, an ugly woman, flamboyant, as others on this show have said.
I mean,
Um,
Twisted
when
Sister's
you're
pretty metal.
expected to be a man and do man
So,
stuff, and
so what's more metal than doing the opposite?
yes,
I
well,
mean,
it's more
metal.
going against the establishment and the status
That's what
quo.
metal is, right? Yeah.
It's fucking punk rock and it's metal. Is that a fair assessment? Have I earned your forgiveness, my lord?
I don't know if it's fair, but it's definitely a point you made. Like I said, I'm not really going to get into the breaking down what each genre is because I think there's way too many subgenres of metal. Death metal is probably my personal favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And death metal, I don't know. Some they built. What do you say now?
We pissed him off. We're out of the will.
Oh, what did we say this time?
What didn't we say, man?
What didn't we say? You had bands like let's see, mid '80s. I lost my place.
Well, listen, Gene, you don't got to beat yourself up. You could still be metal, okay? If you've ever found yourself at a point where you're like, hey, I don't really care for authority and being told what to do, and you did the opposite, that's metal, okay? It's the
Well,
small
no,
things.
no, no. I
So,
know him. He never dressed as an ugly woman. I'm just. I know Paul. I know Gene. I think
well,
you
have you
took
know
the
he was a
wrong.
beautiful woman?
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm just kidding, Gene. I'm just kidding.
I think you took the
I'm
wrong
just
thing
playing.
away from his comment. God damn it.
As long as
But
you're
that's
ugly,
funny.
man, that's it, okay?
That's what metal is. If you're ugly, you can be
That's
metal.
it. Ugly, unappealing, rude, crude, and brash.
Death metal, I would say, if we're going to talk about death metal real quick, because like I said, my favorite, I will get to your favorite, whatever your favorite is. The band Death is probably the first death metal band that I could find. So we're going to talk about death. So calm down, Paul. I told you we're going to talk about death a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's a good song. Death was also, even for now, for the time especially, though, they were extremely technical. Very different. Albums like Leprosy, Spiritual
Love it.
Healing.
Love it.
Yeah, both those are great albums. And of course, Symbolic, The Sound of
Love it.
Perseverance. They had so many good albums.
But they're just
But
good.
but yeah, I would say that was from what I can find and remember because I kind of did this on the fly. I think that they were the band that death metal was named after because I can't find anybody before that was doing that style. And plus, they were the first band to really set the Florida death metal scene on fire. So
It was.
are we back in the will?
No. We still got a ways to go. We're on the right path.
That's that kid here.
Okay. Okay, we are.
We're back in the will. We're back in the will. Okay, okay.
Yes.
And we're back, baby. There are so
Bah!
many people watching right now who have no idea what's fucking going on.
Love you guys. Thanks for being
Let's see. So, what would you say your favorite subgenre of metal is?
here. Man, I don't know. I like a little bit of all the different metals, but one I always find myself being impressed with and like being able to fall into a beat, so to speak, is like a Pantera or something. You know, like that groovy,
The groovy
that
metal.
cool, like the cool fucking tempo changes and like just it's like you just hear it, you're just like, fuck yes, dude. These guys were fucking awesome.
You like
But
something
also,
that gets you moving.
Yeah, yeah, but I
You can find
also
the rhythm.
really appreciate like Death and stuff, and just like their technical abilities and shit. I mean, that's not to say Pantera doesn't. I'm just saying, like, I think you would agree the two have their own unique sounds.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? I think that's another cool thing about metal that, like, other genres kind of don't share is like, they're most of them are so unique, in my opinion. I'm not saying that this is fact or anything. This is not biblically speaking, but in my unprofessional opinion, I think that each metal, I think that each metal band, they're unique and they can't really be mistaken for one another. Like how, like modern pop music, I know that's manufactured to just kind of sound good and get a lot of listens, but they all sound the same.
yeah, yeah.
Whereas,
They do.
like,
Like I
you're
can't tell you the
never
name
gonna,
difference.
right, you're never gonna confuse a Cannibal for a Metallica. You know what I mean? You won't even mistake a
Right.
fucking the big four. You won't even mistake them for one
Yeah.
another. Like, they're
If you
just
listen to
their own thing.
Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, or Anthrax, none of them sound like the other band. And one of those bands was formed by someone in the other band.
Right. So
So,
really, it's the big
or not
three.
formed, one of the pro. Yeah, yeah. Dave Mustaine is the big four. I think we can agree on that. But the origins of groove metal, I decided to look on this for a little bit because that's your kind of style. That started with bands like Exorder and Prong, according to Hellraisers, a complete visual history of heavy metal mayhem, which is a great book. If you like to read and you like metal, that's a great book. I had
I
it
don't
somewhere
read
and
so well.
I think I lost it. But yeah, that's there's those two metal or two subgenres. Like I said, not gonna get a lot into subgenres. That's where things can get
Sarah
pretty.
Cora had an interesting point. Might be a bit of a stretch, but I'd be willing to entertain it. Talk about the Aztec death whistle. That was the first metal music. I mean, it
That
sounds like
might be
a
the very first.
scream. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah, that might be the first because that was literal death metal.
Right. It's in the
Yeah,
name, the death whistle.
and Paul brings up Lemmy, which we're gonna get to Lemmy, by the way. Oh, and Gene says
Mongolian.
Metalocalypse, one of the best shows ever. Metalocalypse,
Yeah, the throat singing, the Mongolian throat
the
singing and shit.
Mongolian. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I I like Lemmy's description because Motorhead was always called speed metal. The fuck is
Speed.
speed metal? Because he was
You
on speed
metal.
doesn't mean it was speed metal. But anytime anyone would ask Lemmy what their genre was, he'd always say rock and roll. He wasn't metal; he was rock and roll. And I think that I don't know, metal is just metal.
Sounds
You
like
could
he was
say
just
it's just
humble.
rock and roll. Yeah. Well, he was also Lemmy, and he had a great take on things. But in that regard, I'd say metal is just metal. That's what it is. If it's metal to you, it's metal. But unless you're talking about Kiss, if you think Kiss is metal, you can fuck right off.
Right, your perception is a little fuzzy. Oh, I
Yeah.
said it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But we brought up Lemmy, and since we're the history of metal, it's a weird thing to kind of because where it's evolved to now, it gets so clouded with all those subgenres. I can't really find anything of substance to keep talking about with modern metal. And it's not because there's not some great modern metal bands. There are some fantastic
Gent.
ones. There's some great old ones. But things get so muddy in what's metal and what's not metal that it's just stupid, and I don't feel like trying to break it all down. But some of my favorite metal bands, I'll go ahead and name off before we get to Lemmy. I would say Motorhead, but Motorhead's rock and roll, so I'm not going to say that. But I'm a huge fan of Cannibal Corpse, Iron Maiden, Slayer, Manowar, Megadeth. I used to like Metallica a lot. Now, not so much.
Yeah. When I was a baby. No, just kidding.
Amon Amarth, of course. I've got I had an Amon Amarth flag hanging up here. I had to take it down because I'm rearranging some stuff. I've got 2 Iron Maiden flags on my wall. I've got Eddie tattooed on my arm. So, yeah, I guess you could say Iron Maiden was probably my favorite one. But also, Judas Priest. There's a lot of great metal bands. Pantera's pretty good. I know he's not necessarily a band, but I am a huge fan of Yngwie Malmsteen too, and I guess you could call that
He's crazy.
neoclassical metal. And of course, the Godfather himself, Ozzy. No, I'm joking. I do like
All
Ozzy,
right,
but I
now.
don't really. I
But
do
we
not.
just got back in the wheel.
No, I do not consider Ozzy metal. I'm just going to say that out right now. Ozzy was rock.
Yeah, if
And
Lemmy is rock and roll, then I mean, come on.
yeah, and I don't have you. Are you familiar with Devin Townsend?
Who is he?
Strapping young lad. He was the inspiration for Pickles the drummer visually.
Oh, okay, okay.
They
Heard
have
of
a
him.
great song called "Love" with a question mark. You should check that out sometime. It's pretty cool. But anyway, I remember hearing or watching an interview of his where he's talking about music and talking about metal, and the way he described it was because they were asking him like, "How would you categorize yourself?" If I remember right, and he's like, "Look, music is very hippie, and because of that, it hits us in different ways that it wouldn't affect someone else. So whatever you want it to be is what it is, man. It's music. It's metal. Everything's metal if you like it."
Hell yeah.
So that's me paraphrasing because it's probably been 15 years since I've heard that interview, but it stuck with me. Dream Theater, Paul says. Dream Theater.
I love
I haven't listened to
I've
Dream
listened to
Theater in a
Dream
very,
Theater.
very long time. Another band I like, Gojira, by the way.
Gojira.
I'll probably think of a shit ton that I've forgotten. XDO is another great one.
How do you and the audience members feel about Gent?
Oh, I can answer this. I don't know. I don't know what gent is. I remember hearing of it, but I don't know what it is.
I'm surprised it didn't pop up on like genres of metal. It's what passes for metal now.
What would you say your favorite bands are if you had to list some? Because I'm having a hard time like listing everyone. I'd almost have to look at my Spotify playlist
Right.
because it's so much.
I mean, favorite band, something I can always throw on. Not really metal, but if we're gonna use the Mad Hatter or, you know, what was the fucking dude's name?
Devin Townsend.
Devin Townsend. If we're gonna use their definition, I'm gonna say like some Alice in Chains, of course. Which I feel like some of their songs are like on the fence, you know.
No, I can agree with that.
Not all of them, but some of them.
I'm gonna. I know they probably don't watch before I forget. I'm looking through some of my favorite bands right now. I do want to give out one of my favorite local bands a shout out because they are metal as fuck. That's Diseased Earth from Stanton, Virginia. I don't know if any of them are watching, but if they are, my old band used to play shows with them. With Engine, Skull, or Piston Cranium. I am not familiar with either of those bands. I'll have to check them out.
Those are cool names, though.
Yeah, because they're made up.
Oh, God damn it! Come on, Gene.
I was wondering if you'd catch that because I almost didn't. Motorhead, Engine, Skull, Piston Cranium. It's right there.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner now.
The Whispers from the Demons in My Closet is my favorite music, Sarah Torres says. We'll call you a priest.
And Paul said Manowar, Slayer, Megadeth, Pantera, Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash was metal.
Yeah.
He was metal as hell.
I got a couple on that same list. I mean, can always listen to some Slayer. Usually always listen to some Pantera.
I'm going to throw
some
out
Cannibal.
Devil Driver.
Devil Driver's good, yeah.
I like some Devil Driver. Hatebreed. I consider Hatebreed metal.
Hatebreed's pretty fucking good.
They would probably be considered hardcore.
New metal core.
Which I'm going by my definition of metal, which is they're metal. They're great.
Anything I like is metal.
And of course, pirate metal. Ailstorm. Love Ailstorm.
Dwarf metal. Diggy Diggy Hole.
Diggy Diggy Hole is a great song by Windrose.
Windrose.
All right, so
From a teat of stone.
Anyway, let's talk about the patron saint of metal. Since we can't call him the king of metal or the god of metal, Lemmy Kilmister was the patron saint of metal. How about that? Does that work? Can everyone agree with that?
No.
I can't speak for Lemmy, but I feel like he probably would reluctantly agree to that. Because whether or not he himself was metal, he influenced. I defy you to find a. Well, I can't say that because that's subjective. That's in my circle. I was going to say my circle of metalhead friends, or my circle of metal, band friends. Most people are going to name Lemmy as an influence in some way, whether it be his style, his sound, or just his lemminess, his moles.
Right. See, Gene said "Taken Alive," greatest metal of Harrisonburg.
That was one of my old bands with Gene, way
Nice.
back in the day.
Shouting out local bands. You guys should go check out Babies for Brunch. My boy, the Rock NATO, plays the guitar over there and does some.
That's a hell of a name.
They're pretty
Babies
fucking
for
awesome.
Brunch.
It's pretty awesome.
I've seen some of their shit on Facebook pop up. It is pretty good.
Anyway,
So Lemmy started his career as a roadie for Jimi Hendrix. The Jimi Hendrix, not the other one.
not with a Y.
Not with a Y. Yeah, so he worked the road crew for Hendrix. I remember, if you haven't watched it, there's a great documentary about Lemmy. What's it called? 51% motherfuckers, 49% son of a bitch. Yeah, it's a great documentary. But Lemmy talks about in that how the things he learned from, roading for Hendrix. One of them was he learned how to play music while taking a ridiculous amount of acid. Because his job on the road crew was not to help load in and load out and things like that. His job was to score acid for Hendrix.
Nice.
So
He was the plug on site.
And he eventually joined his own psychedelic band. He originally played for another band that was kind of like the Beatles, the Rockin' Vickers, and that didn't last very long. So he started his own joined a psychedelic band called Hawkwind. But he got kicked out. And you might be asking why. I'm sure you want to know why. It's a psychedelic band. What could he got kicked out for using drugs. Specifically, he got arrested for drugs on tour. And ironically, they kicked him out for doing the wrong drugs.
Speed is not a psychedelic.
Yeah, they were into psychedelics. He was into speed. That worked. That worked. So because he was into speed, he formed a band was basically a joke, or not a joke, but it was slang. The name Motorhead rather was slang for a speed freak. So originally he wanted to call the band Bastards, and the record label said absolutely not. So he said, "How about Motorhead?" And they said okay, because they didn't know it was a speed freak. So.
You fucking idiot.
If you break down Motorhead's style, it's a bit punk, it's a bit
Awesome.
blues, it's a lot of awesome, but it's really just the blues, punk, and a whole lot of speed, because they really made some crazy stuff, and their music heavily influenced thrash metal. They were just one of the foundations of the faster style of metal. Lemmy also had one of the most absurd lifestyles in music history, as most people know. At one point, he was drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels a day, and that's not a pint. That's a full bottle of Jack Daniels a day, and drinking, I think smoking, was it 3 packs of cigarettes a day?
Damn.
And he lived to be 70, which medically makes no sense at all.
Take that, Surgeon General.
So just, I guess we can kind of recap this.
We didn't mention King Diamond.
We haven't mentioned King Diamond. We're not done yet.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not going to break down everything because it's just so much, and there's no way. I'd have to break down each branch of this tree to find its root, and that's very hard to do. So, I'm going to talk about some of the styles that from the 80s that influenced other styles of metal. We're gonna go with the trunk of the tree and not the branches here, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it can be argued what's the trunk and what's the branches. I'm just going with what I found, whether I like it or agree with it or not. In my head, this is what I found to be at least historically true. I wasn't there.
And Bill.
What was it? Anvil?
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget Anvil. Anvil is fucking great. Yeah. So before we go any further, because we're not going to talk too much about his band, because I love the music, but it doesn't really tie into here a whole lot. But the OG Satanist of metal was not Ozzy, because Ozzy's not metal. First of all,
And I don't think he's a Satanist either.
no, he was actually, according to all accounts I've read since his death, and even before, he was a member of the Church of England and prayed before
Yeah.
every show and was known to be very religious despite his mouth. But that's neither here nor there. He
I'm gonna
never.
eat this whole sandwich.
Well, he called himself the Prince of Darkness, but that could have been a Sharon thing. Maybe Sharon's the Prince of Darkness.
Right.
But yeah, King Diamond was, at least at one point, was probably the only Satanist in metal, even though metal had a very satanic look to it for a long time. But I think he was the only practicing, like openly practicing Satanist at one point. Which explains those high vibratos, I don't know, or vibratos? Musical notes that he can hit. Falsetto, that's right, yeah. He must have made a deal with somebody, because that, if you've ever heard his live, I've never seen him live, but I've seen videos, that range is impossible. Those notes he can hit so effortlessly are just fucking crazy.
No kidding.
Anvil, you know what? We'll talk about Anvil real quick. Anvil was probably the one band that I've heard in history, and I'm sure there was plenty of them. I'm sure there was thousands of bands that should have made it that never did. I can't find a reason for why Anvil didn't make it, because Anvil played on some of the stages with some of the biggest bands. They played with Metallica in their early days. They played with the Scorpions. They opened for the Scorpions. They did all these great shows, playing huge festivals, but they never made it for some reason. And I think Anvil deserves a shout out, because they did basically an impossible thing. They were something at one point, but not the thing. They kind of faded into obscurity in history. Then there was that documentary, and suddenly they used that as springboarded back, and probably saw more success in the past 10 years or since that documentary came out than they had in the early days. I could be wrong on that, but that's how I just feel about it.
All of a sudden, everybody's talking about Anvil.
We can't go further without talking about the new wave of British heavy metal. That's where bands like Iron Maiden came from. Priest, I think, was a part of that movement.
I think they were British, right?
Wave. Oh yeah, they were definitely British, but were they the new wave of heavy metal? I want to say yes.
Yes.
We're going to say yes. I don't know if it's true yet. I'm still looking.
My opinion will not change with evidence.
No, yeah, you get your facts out of here.
Bolt Thrower, awesome band. Oh, I like that one.
I'm reading some stuff here. Motorhead was technically could have been a part of the new wave of British heavy metal, but they were a little early for that, because it came. I don't know. So it was underground for the 70s, the end of the 70s, and then the first where it got globally mainstream was 79 through 81. Lemmy himself said that in a later interview that the new wave of British heavy metal didn't do us much good, because we came along a little too early for it. So it's not just somebody saying, that's Lemmy himself saying it, and that means that it's gospel truth.
Would Bolt Thrower be a part of New Wave? Because I'm looking
Bolt
here.
Thrower, that's a good band.
They formed in '86, is what the Google review said.
They would have. No, they would not have been a part of that, because the first wave was 79 through 81. The second, the more mainstream wave where people like got radio play and shit, was 81 through 85. So they were a bit late for that as well. But keep in mind, like I don't know. I don't know much about British heavy metal. I'm sorry.
I'm uncultured.
But yeah, there's a lot of There's a lot of great bands for heavy British metal.
I like that one.
Priest was there. They got sued because if you play their song backwards, it tells you to kill yourself. That's metal. Around the same time, a little bit later, but around the same time as when it was hitting its peak, you also had thrash metal began to get more popular. You had Slayer and Megadeth were in my opinion, the best two at the thrash game. Metallica's early albums were pretty good, but they're not the same.
I don't feel Anthrax. Well, actually, I don't know. Since I wasn't there, I can't really say anything.
I'm not a huge fan of Anthrax, honestly.
Yeah. What about Exodus, Justin? Are you just going to completely forget about Exodus, which I just
I
totally
was. I was going to completely forget about Exodus. I was going to forget about Testament. Now, Exodus honestly should be in the main four besides Metallica, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. You kind of, goddamn,
I
there's
could.
a gnat in my face.
I feel like you could swap Metallica for Exodus, and it might even be better.
I would even replace Anthrax, and I know that's gonna piss some people off. But that's just me personally. That's there's no bearing on anyone else's beliefs of metal. Out of the will.
Damn it.
Oh, I don't know what I did that time.
You know.
And by the 90s and the 2000s, though, metal had exploded into so many subgenres, and that's a question I wanted to ask. How many other musical styles have this many subgenres?
I mean, what? Sorry, I was reading this comment.
How many other genres of metal have so many subgenres like this, like metal does?
Oh boy, none. I don't know. No, I don't know. You don't hear like those classifications for like pop or.
No, it's like oh yeah, I was
one.
listening to techno death pop the other night.
Right, I was listening to some prog math pop.
Paul's got a good point here. Actually, it has to be Metallica that's no longer in the four because Lars.
Yeah.
If you take out Lars, Metallica may be a really good band, but
Wrong man died that night.
I think we can all agree on that. Are we back in the wheel now?
No answer.
So because of those 90, from the 90s on, the subgenres have gotten out of control, and at the end of the day, though, when it comes to the heavy metal sound, to me, it's heavy riffs. It can be dark themes, sometimes inspirational themes, and most importantly, loud guitars and loud drums and loud bass. But even still, I can't say all that all the time either. But the heavy style of metal, I guess, the musical metal. Metal to me is more of a lifestyle. It's about being true to yourself and not being a sellout.
Hey, you keep going. I'm going to go piss again.
Okay, because we're about to have our top 5 facts. To me, metal it's a way you live. It's living an honest to yourself life and an honesty to your friends, to your family. And yeah, that's what I think. What do you guys think in the comments? What is metal to you? Not what kind of music, what band is metal to you, but what is the defining attributes of a metal lifestyle? And we're going to wait for the comments because we're waiting for Boo Boo to piss. Most metal shit you can do is okay. The most metal shit you can do is do what you feel and never sell out. Metal, that's metal. Don't care if you like it. It's being yourself, doing what's true to yourself, and play what you feel. That's what you meant. Okay. But metal is about not caring what other people think about you either. Like, you're not trying to show off for anyone else. You're just doing what you like. That's why, some metal songs are not about fucking real life shit. Sometimes it's about, like Cannibal Corpse, for example. Their style is to play horror movies set to metal, set to music. That's metal. That's what they want to do. They play it. They like it. They're not trying to be someone else. They're not trying to make you think they're tough. They're just playing music that they like and writing about stuff they find fun. What's fun may be disemboweling somebody, but that's fun. I guess, to sing about. I enjoyed doing it back when I used to play. So yeah, metal doesn't necessarily have to be a. It's no certain style of music to me. I guess I could say that. And Boo is back.
I'm back. Number 5. No.
Number
I agree.
5. The,
Metal.
number 5 is going to be. I'm going to triple check this because I'm not so confident in it after I read it again. That's what happened last time.
Got a
Yeah.
real-time fact check going on.
Well, it's more of a fact check or a fact check because I have checked this before, but I just can't believe it. Okay. All right, let's go with it. Ready? This might blow your mind too.
Let's go.
Fact number 5.
Number 5.
The first headbanging incident. Who was the first band that people would headbang to? Do you know?
Beethoven. Nah, I don't know.
No, that'd be pretty cool. Now keep in mind also this is the documented stuff. I don't know what's not documented, but the first documented reported headbanging was for the band Led Zeppelin in the late 60s.
Ooh.
And the proof that we have of this is that the term headbanger was first coined during Led Zeppelin's first U.S. tour, where in '69, audience members in the front row were banging their head against the stage in rhythm with the music. So that's what's... Now, of course, there could be other, others, but this is what's documented.
I'm going to go with Quiet Riot. Bang your head.
Is that the first time that headbanging is mentioned in a song?
I think that was the first time we were instructed to bang our head.
You might be right.
I don't actually know. That was totally out of my ass. But that's everything I say. So. Hello, Diana.
Yeah. Everywhere I look, it's.
See you.
There's also some some historians say that Blue Cheer, a band, performed in 1968 where headbanging was already observed amongst the audience members. And I don't know. Most sources I say 69. What's the first song though? You might be right. It might be Bang Your Head. That might be the first time. I was just cross-referencing some stuff here. Let's see. Okay, well I can't find anything. I can't find when the first song. Oh, okay. Well, I know this. I know this isn't going to be accurate, but let's ask AI.
Let's go. I love taking the world's drinking water to ask questions.
Yeah. Really, I mean, if you... Never mind. I could get into that because I've seen so many arguments about AI. And I'm not a fan of using it for a lot of stuff, but it's super inaccurate, and that's always a plus, so...
You said it's inaccurate?
Yeah, super inaccurate. That's always a plus. You might be right. You might be right. At least AI says the first song to explicitly reference headbanging is Metal Health, Bang Your Head by Quiet Riot in 83. The chorus literally tells listeners to do it. My AI is very snarky for some reason. But it's also saying the same thing about the Led Zeppelin fact, so...
Yeah, we also got the christening from the Mad Hatter himself. I know it probably pained him to say that and type that out, but it's got his blessing.
Well, yeah. Number 4, and this is a commonly known one, but we're going to go ahead and say it anyway.
Number 4.
So, I'm going to preface this because we've already established he's not metal, Ozzy, but this is probably the most metal thing anyone's done on a live stage that I can think of, and that was to bite the head off of a live bat during a concert. So I had to include it as one of the most metal moments that I could think of for the top 5. Also, I didn't realize we were going to piss off Paul so much, so I threw it in there anyway, just in case we didn't.
Oh, you knew, sir. You knew. He's got a lot invested in this
I'm
subject.
going to get back in the wheel with number 3, though.
I also want to say I feel like some Alice Cooper stuff is a little more fucking metal than biting a head off a
Yeah.
bat.
I know,
You want to be a
yeah.
man? Bite a head off a fucking lion. You know what I mean? That'd be
I mean,
metal. A fucking bat? Not even a rat?
a rat that he didn't know was alive, by the way.
It was just meant to be optics.
So-
It was.
So not that metal, but it's still kind of funny to throw it in there.
That's pretty cool though. That's more metal than me. I couldn't do that.
I mean, I can't name another musician who had to have rabies shots immediately after a show. And that's kind of metal. I mean, that might be the only metal thing about Ozzy, really.
That'd be metal if he was like, "No, I want the rabies."
That would explain a lot of his actions later on. Anyway, let's go to number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, and this is not an opinion. This is a study backed fact. Metal fans are some of, if not the most loyal fans in music. Studies have shown that metal fans tend to stay loyal to bands for decades, meaning that metal fans are basically the golden retrievers of music fandom. Now, it does say a lot when, like, I don't know. You do meet people that are huge fans of certain, pop bands, country bands, whatever. But none has that band loyalty, the rapid fandom that metal has, in my experience. And studies back it up. So,
Yeah. I mean, it's true. I think we get a bad rap because, you wear a lot of black. And sure, some of the stuff could be scary. But, you give us a chance and we're people too.
I'm going to.
I put on my pants the same as anyone else. One tight leather leg at a time. It takes forever.
I'm actually going to bring up one of Paul's earlier comments because of what you said right there. Like he said, yeah, he actually said loyal. I didn't even see this. I only saw part of it. For the record, us metalheads are some of the most loyal, kind, giving motherfuckers ever. And this is the example I was going to talk about. You said, the dark imagery, the evil. What's metal? Corpse Grinder. George Corpse Grinder Fisher is the frontman for Cannibal Corpse. He sings a lot of songs about fucking killing people. They have a song called Meat Hook Sodomy. I'm not going to say the title of one song because I don't know if that'll get us... well, we're not monetized. Stripped, Raped, and Strangled.
Fuck with a knife.
Fucked with a Knife. That's another good one.
Followed,
Hold,
you
Then
know
Killed.
what you're getting into with titles.
Yes,
like
yes,
this. Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
But all that to say, the guy who sings those, he didn't write all of them, but he sings, he performs them. He has written a lot of very similar songs. The man, when he's on tour, goes and plays claw machines at stores and donates the toys to orphans.
Right. When he's not shooting blood from his cock, he's actually a very nice guy.
Yeah, right, exactly. I was just showing my fiance recently the videos of the security guards reacting to him announcing that song. This is a song about shooting blood from your cock. It's so stupid.
Like,
the way
what
those
the
people
hell?
reaction. And it is called I Come Blood. So
Brilliant song, by the way. Hammer Smash Face. Doesn't
he-
take a rocket genius to figure out what that one's probably about.
And also I want to point out that I forgot what I was going with this, but fuck, what was it? With Corpse
Evisceration Strike's
Grinder.
a good one.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we should have just named songs that way we'd be on track.
Oh, I like
Yeah, Corpse Grinder is known to be like the most down to earth heavy metal musician that I've seen videos of. Like the man, I follow him on Facebook. He collects Legos.
Oh,
He
wow.
has a family that looks like they're straight out of Leave It to Beaver. Like everyone looks so perfect and happy. And I've never heard any bad stories about the guy. If there ever came out scandals about him, I might just quit following any type of music. What he said?
He loves Star Wars too.
He does love Star Wars. He also has a. What was the tattoo he's got from the
Isn't it
Horde.
the Horde from World of Warcraft, right?
World of Warcraft, yeah. Anyway, to back up before I forget, because Paul asked, was the,
God.
what
He
happened
wears
now?
the Mickey ears when he goes to Disneyland.
Oh, he does. I've seen pictures. Shit, what was I going to say now? Oh, yes. The bat story about Ozzy was independently confirmed. They've even pinpointed the name of the guy who threw the bat. And did I close that
Here,
tab? No, I
Ozzy,
didn't.
take this.
It was a teenager named Mark Neal. So, yes, that incident did actually happen, and attributed to Ozzy's Ozziness. I love him or hate him. That is...
Bite, or he's
Like, the only way that could be more metal is if he knew it was real. Number 2.
number 2.
Do you know what country has the most metal bands per capita?
I'm gonna go with either Denmark, Norway, or Sweden.
Ooh, 3 strikes, you're out, buddy. It's
Damn
Finland.
it. Ah, fuck.
Now,
Well, I pretty much said that 3 times.
you did, and you just said it in the wrong accent, unfortunately. No, Finland, which is pretty much Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. So, yeah, apparently cold weather produces awesome bands, though, because there are some
I'm gonna
great
say,
fucking
they're just
bands
the
from those
cold
areas.
Dutch.
I hate that.
Is that a hot take?
No, not really. It's a cold
Are we
take.
canceled yet?
The first metal Grammy. This is number 1, by the way. I should have said that. Number 1. You know who won?
Number 1.
The best... Was it best metal album or best metal artist? I forget. Anyway, I want to say it was best metal album.
Best metal album. Period.
Do you know who won that? For the first award for the best metal album or band, you can guess. You just have to guess the band.
Don't be Ozzy. Please
It was
don't be
it
Ozzy.
was 1989. Hold on, before I ask you, I'm going to see if I can find a list of every band that was nominated.
Yes, I do better with multiple choice.
All right.
Did you miss
let's
Magnolia?
see.
Yes, you missed Magnolia. He was just here. Right before you got on.
Who asked that?
Diana.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Magnolia was in Daisy. He
Yeah, he was in DayZ. He did. He had a blast. I can't find
Sorry.
the nominations. I don't think. Let's see. But it was the Grammy Award for the best hard rock / metal performance, vocal or instrumental. Sorry, that's what it was.
Okay. Hard rock / metal. Oh boy. Kind of widens it.
I can't find.
A game you won't play with your best friend who also.
Oh! Here it is. Found him. All right, so here we go. So yeah, it was hard rock and metal, by the way. So we have the nominations are "And Justice for All" by Metallica, "Blow Up Your Video" by AC/DC, "Cold Metal" by Iggy Pop, "Nothing Shocking" by Jane's Addiction, "Crest of a Knave" by Jethro Tull.
It was Jethro Tull.
It was Jethro Tull.
I only know because that interview there was an interview someone did with James Hetfield. He made the comment like, I didn't think Jethro Tull would be the one to dig it.
And Jethro Tull was just as confused as everybody else.
He's like, what?
Their record label did some of the two band, because Metallica, I think, was like the next. Metallica's Love 'Em or Hate 'Em was the most metal band in that list. So,
Yeah. I do like some songs of Injustice for All. I should stop answering these questions. Let the audience participate a little bit because I keep talking over everybody.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're on the last one, so we'll look at the questions here in a second. Just want to point out a couple of funny things that happened after, like the controversy after, or the aftermath, rather. Jethro Tull's record label took out an advertisement in Billboard magazine with a picture of a flute which is their trademark sound, and a pile of metal. Pile of iron rebars with the line, "The flute is a heavy metal instrument." Heavy, comma, metal instrument. And Metallica for their part, they added a sticker to the subsequent releases of "And Justice for All," like a big old sticker on it that said "Grammy Award losers." So at least everyone had a sense of humor about it.
Yeah, right.
The only person I could find that was legitimately upset and disappointed by this was Lars Ulrich.
Of course.
And he says, "I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I was disappointed. Human nature is that you'd rather win than lose, but Jethro Tull walking away with it makes a huge mockery of the intentions of the event."
Oh my God. Go play tennis, you fucking baby.
Now, the funny thing is, he's said that before. Like he's said that, when was it, in '99, maybe 2000? And as of 2010, Metallica holds the record for the most win in the metal category. So he should just shut the fuck up.
Right. You cried and bitched so much. And can I also just say, I hate how fucking cool his name is. Lars Ulrich is a cool metal name.
Yeah,
But, knowing who he is and what he stands for and stuff, and just the way he shits on other people.
And the fact he played tennis, that's not very metal at all.
Boom Boom Tap.
But Lars Ulrich is a cool name.
It sounds pretty metal.
Better than, I don't know, James Hetfield. Sounds like one of the McCoys.
Kirk Hammett.
I didn't even see people commenting on all these things. Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I got. It's a very unique history. It's hard to. This might have been harder than linguistical history, like finding the history of the F word, because there's a lot of, I wouldn't say misinformation, but there's a lot of confusing timeline stuff. So it's really hard to kind of pinpoint when exactly certain things happened. And also, like we were talking about earlier, there's a lot of great metal bands that probably influenced other bands that we've never heard of because they played, small shows, and, people like bands like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, people like that didn't start off by headlining for bands of that equal, height. They had to play on shows probably opening for a band that no one's ever heard of. That may have influenced them in some ways. I know that, playing in a band like I did, when you play with other bands, you do take influences from, your peers and your comrades, and, no one may ever hear of you or them, ever. So,
yeah.
There's so much influence that we may never be able to pinpoint because it's just not there anymore.
Yeah, good point. We didn't mention Dio.
Oh, no, we didn't mention Dio.
Great. We're out of the wheel again.
Dio invented the heavy metal devil horns, and whatever Gene Simmons tells you is wrong. Gene Simmons, contrary to popular belief, did not invent the horns. He also did not invent breathing, like he's claimed, tennis shoes, podcasting.
You'll at least admit that they pioneered kabuki-style makeup.
I will not. I will not.
I hate to tell you, you're just wrong.
I can say that Kiss did influence Dimebag, so they influenced Pantera, so...
How so?
You haven't seen the pictures of Dime's first guitar with a Kiss sticker on it?
Huh.
Oh, he's buried...
I'm pretty illiterate.
He's buried in a Kiss casket.
Really?
Yeah. Dime was a huge fan of Kiss, and this is not one of my bits.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Holy shit. Diana just said, Judas Priest sucks in concert. That's not very metal.
Did you just say that?
Having a day off when you're playing live is metal as fuck, by the way. Because we have day offs all the time when we're performing here.
Yes, we do. Especially from this side of the screen.
Well, we got to end on a high note. Now we can't because Diana had to ruin everything.
I mean, why did you have to go and say something so egregious?
Why would you say something so brave but yet so false?
I mean, here we were having a good time being wrote out of the will, and
Yeah, well, she's sticking to it. So that tells me is there's nothing we can't get out of that. We're not out of the will. She's pretty much taking all the heat from Paul at this point. Yeah, you're right. That Pantera's sound not influenced by Kiss. His first bands maybe, but they
all right, thank you.
we're in.
You know,
She's out.
Diana,
Okay.
I want to take a moment to thank you because you lowered the bar, and we rose above it.
And I've got a great quote for this occasion. I'd like to quote the great athlete Kenny Powers and Diana. You're fucking out. We're fucking in.
We love you, Diana.
Yeah, we do. I don't know if she's gonna get that joke. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Like I said, Pantera. Sorry, Pantera was.
The DJ loves us.
Pantera was earlier influenced by, or Dime and fuck, what's his brother's name now? Oh shit, the drummer.
Drummer.
Vinny.
Oh, Vinny Paul.
Vinnie Paul. Yeah, sorry, Dime and Vinnie Paul. They were their first band was more like Van Halen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think I've seen some.
They
old
wanted to
videos
be
and
Van
stuff.
Halen. Yeah.
Didn't he go by Diamond Daryl?
Diamond Daryl. Yep.
Diamond.
Dimebag was such a better fitting name for his style and his attitude, though. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you all later. We'll next Tuesday. What are we talking about? I don't know. We'll find
I
out.
don't know. Hang on, we're not off of here yet.
Oh no, we got
wind
more.
down a little bit. No.
Gotta
No.
wind
Let's
down.
Wind down. It's a bit of
Bring
a
it
delay.
around
Want to say
town.
goodbye. Give people time to type without making a bunch of mistakes because autocorrect is actually fucking dumb.
Not very metal.
Yeah, not metal at all. You know what's metal? Sticking to your grammatical errors and standing by them.
Like a man.
Yes, I did mean to say duck you.
Quack quack, motherfucker.
You son of a pitch.
I'm gonna kick your bass.
Oh my god.
I'm passed off now.
Your ash is graft.
Oh.
Like I need a fucking cell phone telling me how to spell. I know what I meant. And I know what I didn't mean.
I have literally never used the word witch when I'm typing. I meant to say bitch.
Son of a witch.
All right. Well, no one's saying anything, so
Well, all right. I tried.
history of autocorrect next week, guys.
The history of people not being able to spell. Yeah, see, we waited around.
Love
Look,
you.
we wouldn't have got that. I love you, fellas. A good show. You guys rock. And for the record, if you love the music, then it's metal to you. So therefore, it's metal to someone. Keep it brutal. Will do.
Yes, but once you go out there in the living room, he's going to be seething.
Yeah, well, we kind of did it. I mean,
No, we earned it. We earned it. I'll be over in a couple months.
worked for it today, Baba.
All right. Well, I will see you later, and everyone else have a great night. See you next Tuesday.
That's right. Love you.
I wasn't going to leave until you said you love you.